you are invited in my little kingdom to decorate the living room fireplace mantle and the trumeau above the mirror for the most festive time of the year, Christmas. And we are going to use for that some holly, which grows in massive quantity in my local park, and at such a quantity that even birds are sick of it and there are a lot of red berries on them everywhere. We will also use some paper reminders of my beloved 18th century and some paper fairy tale toys like the Puss in Boots marionette. I have first exchanged the candelabras in the living room and in the studio because the ones in the studio are much bigger and taller, a little more spectacular. Though they are meant to be in display with a clock in the studio, they belong to one of my great aunts, sister of my grandmother, who recently passed away earlier this year, and she had them in display in her cute little old house, which was built by my great-grandfather, the house entirely built by himself, and the candelabras and the clock were standing on a little cardboard fireplace because they didn't have a real fireplace in this little house, only a stove, and they enjoyed that, I suppose, so they had them standing on this cardboard fireplace. So it's going to be the very first time that they are decorated and standing on a real fireplace mantle for Christmas, so it's a bit special. I wanted to paint a little decor for the trumeau this year. We had a decor for Halloween, which was part of the past Halloween workshop, but for Christmas I had nothing so far and I wanted to do a little something. I was looking for a winter scene from the 18th century, and the problem is winter is extremely rarely represented by French painters from the 18th century. But I was happy at last to find this charming scene of an ice skater by the painter Nicolas Lancret, which is now in display at Le Louvre, but was painted in 1738 for the cabinet of the King Louis XV at Le Château de la Muette in Paris. And I thought it would be perfect for my trumeau, adapting it a little. So I worthily copied it on paper with paint and pastel. I didn't spend, as you can imagine, weeks on it at all, just 2 end of afternoons and evenings, but I quite like it and I love the sensation of cold and the representation of these fragile winter lights and the ice skater which is warmly wrapped on his cloak, while a lady has just fallen on the ice and another character on the other side is adjusting his skates on his shoes. So I have to precise that this trumeau is not part of the new Christmas workshop at all. I just made it for myself quickly, as you can see. But as quickly as it has been, I'm happy with my result. I'm happy because I could keep this winter scene till the end of February. So after the Christmas season is finished, I could still keep it above the mirror till the end of winter and to have something, well, nice and decorative at this place. As I'm a winter lover, I love to have reminders of winter around me. And of course it was impossible to find a Christmas scene to copy, for example, from the 18th century, because it was absolutely not what it is today and what it was maybe at the end of the 19th century, early 20th. In France, the only thing people were doing was going to church during this day, nothing else. There was really nothing, no festive dinners, no decors, no presents at all. The festive day was January 1st. Here there was a festive dinner, you could go to visit your friend with presents. It was not necessarily a family thing, it was more, yes, a festive thing among friends, or you could also do things with your family, but it was more open. And usually you had a very good dinner. The D trophy had to be decorated with holly and a bow. the same for the candelabra, which had to be generously decorated because it's a bit special for them this year. The gingerbread house's garland is attached to the fireplace. Probably I will put it in a different spot next year, but it's only the second year I can decorate with it for my decor, because it was part of the workshop last year and it's still a very new decor for me, and it took quite some time to do it, so I want to enjoy it at the most visible place maybe in my apartment, which is there, but maybe next year I will change. And this one was part of the gingerbread and marionette workshop, which was created last year, and you can find the details of this one on my website learnthemagicofpaper.com. The Puss in Boots marionette also was finished pretty late last year, so I didn't decorate for Christmas with it. And here it's standing officially near the clock with the other toys, the doll and the nutcracker from the Nutcracker workshop. To decorate my home, and you will see that in the next video. I will take care of my tree tomorrow. I will go to fetch it, and I will try to have another one for the balcony, because this year I wanted to try to do something on the balcony with a little tree. I have a street light which goes directly on the balcony, so I can't do anything fun and festive with lights, but I thought maybe I could do something with the tree so that everybody will enjoy it who goes and pass through in front of the building. So we will see that. You will see that in the next video. I still have a lot to decorate in the living room. I want to do something in my kitchen this year, and in the entrance hall, all that. I'm still continuing to work on the new Christmas workshop, which is late. I know, I'm a slow person living in a world of rabbits and hares, which goes really fast. Actually, each workshop takes a mountain of work to prepare and to do and to film and to edit and to experiment and to do new things. You know, every time I do a new workshop, I have some technical, artistic challenges to solve and to find. I don't find everything online on, I don't know, Pinterest or anywhere. No, it just comes from my own imagination in my studio, really, where I try to do things which could be interesting for people to do. So this takes time. It's one of the reasons, and also when I work on the Halloween season, there is no way I can be on time for Christmas. It's impossible, because I usually finish by the end of October, sometimes mid-October, sometimes end of October, so it's not possible to have something ready mid-November, for example. Absolutely impossible. So things take time. And before that, I can't really work on it at any other moments of the year, because, for example, this year, the Marie Antoinette workshop, which opened last spring, it required 4 months of work, of full work. It's not coming like that ready. It's just a lot of work to prepare, to film, and to create this workshop. So it's the reason they can't be more than that, and they can't arrive faster. And I also want to have a handful of months during the first part of the year where I work on other things, my own art, my own long-term projects, my own book projects, which are still in the making. They are not finished, and I didn't give up on them. And I will keep you updated with all that at the end of December. But it's still something I want to invest time on it. This year I also did a bit of renovations of my home, which required a few weeks of work too. So, you know, you do what you can with the time you have. And I totally understand that some people will not join because my workshops arrive too late for the seasonal decors and they're not interested, and it's totally fine. They can find what they like in other people's courses, workshops, and that's totally fine. I understand. And for those who don't mind that I'm a bit late, that are still interested and want to join a new Christmas adventure, well, it's going to arrive soon, and if you are on my newsletters, the workshop newsletter or the main one, you will be notified in advance when they are open. And I know I receive a lot of complaints that I'm late, usually from ladies who join the workshops. There's a handful of ladies who are always very impatient, and they send me regular reminders when they join a workshop, and not everything is entirely available. Like usually the last videos are not online when people join for the new workshops, not for the past ones. And they send me the reminders, sometimes polite, sometimes not at all. Believe me, it's not very different from sometimes people you see behaving in supermarkets or all these places. It's the same sort of things. So I have to deal with that, and I'm used to it now. It's part of the game. But for those who are patient and who don't mind, you will have something nice to do in a few days. So I continue to work on it, and it's going to arrive at my daughter's pace when it's ready. And for now, anyway, you still have the possibility to join and to make the Puss in Boot cat marionette, which is a marionette we have created in the workshop last year, which was a big decor. This one was finished late, actually, and I didn't have really a chance to show it during the Christmas videos last year. So you can see it, you can make it move and all that. I decided to have it on the mantle this year because it was a new decor. And also all the other decors. The garland is part of the same workshop. And the nutcracker is also another workshop with a lot of other decors. So there are a lot of things to do if you want to do your paper decors this year. And I, of course, will reveal what we are doing this year in the next videos. I'm still working on them, so you have to be a bit patient. So I will continue also with my decor and show you the rest of all these decors in the next videos. I hope you are enjoying making yours. And here we are lucky because the weather is really adjusting. We don't have snow yet. It's a tiny bit warmer today, but it's just the cold, nice cold winter weather and temperatures which are coming, which I absolutely adore. So I'm really excited and happy, and it really helps get in the Christmas mood. So don't forget to subscribe if you don't want to miss all the nice videos coming, and I will see you very soon.